Join Chewie and I as we learn about Star Wars 5th Edition. Tonight, I want to keep learning about the deployments in Starship of the Galaxies. The next one up on my list to learn about is the Gunner. As you might expect, this is going to be the hero that's sitting at the weapons console or over at a gunning station, trying to fire on all the enemy ships that are around you and keep you alive. As with any of the deployments, you get to have ventures as a character as you level up in these deployments. But what we have as special features of the Gunner is something called a Gambit. A lot of the options look a lot like some of the martial features and maneuvers you can get as a player on the ground. Things like penetrating shot. I've got a maneuver for this on my scout, for example. Now, in addition to Gambits, Gunners also get a gunning style. These come in 3 flavors. You've got your Cannoneer, firing off all your cannons. You've got your Heavy Gunner, that's more about rail guns, things like that, really big weaponry. And then you've got your Explosion Expert, who's going to use mines, rockets, all that sort of thing. As you advance in levels as a gunner, you eventually gain Gunning Mastery, which is essentially a level up of your gunning style. You get the same 3 types, but now at a mastery level. In addition to Gambits and your styles and mastery, a gunner also gets to have the ability to just do more damage, whether it's the improved or brutal critical, or to be the ability to do maximum damage when you get to that 5th rank. In general, a gunner is going to be probably one of the most important roles that you need to have somebody filling on the ship. Unless you're going on a lot of stealth missions where you're trying to not get into combat, you're going to need somebody who can really fire those weapons. At least have a little bit of training in that deployment. Because of the way it's set up, pretty much any class could come in and be a gunner. The actual gunner gambits do not depend on the character's stats. But there are a bunch of ventures that are for firing weapons that do apply to different classes. This precision gunner venture would work well for a high dexterity character. There's other ones that would play in better with a guardian or a sentinel. When you decide to go and take on the gunner role, make sure you look at the ventures for the gunner as well. There might be one that matches up to your class. You'll notice on the gambits that they're all slotted to the weapons station. This is where you're going to want to put a power die so that you have power die available for your weapons when somebody needs to use a gambit. From what I can tell reading through, it looks like the gunner is a very versatile deployment. Pretty much anybody could jump in there and be able to help out. In fact, you may want to have more than one member in your party get some ranks in a gunner just so you can have some flexibility in a fight so that you have people jumping in and out as needed.